In episode 1, we asked whether AI can replace learning. In episode 2, we talked about why fast AI answers can feel like learning. Today, we need to talk about confidence, because AI can sound confident even when it is wrong. And this is one of the most important things to understand in the AI era. AI is useful. AI can explain difficult ideas. AI can summarize information. AI can help us organize thoughts. AI can help us start. But AI often speaks in a tone that feels certain, even when the answer may be incomplete, outdated, unsupported, or wrong. That is the problem. The answer may sound clean, the structure may look professional, the language may feel calm and confident, and because of that, we may trust the answer before we check it. But confidence is not evidence. A clear sentence is not proof. A polished explanation is not the same as truth. When a human speaks with confidence, we often treat that confidence as a signal. We may think, this person knows what they are talking about. They sound certain. They must have checked the facts. But with AI, confidence works differently. AI can produce confident language because that language fits the pattern of a good answer. It can sound certain because explanations often sound certain. It can give structure, examples, and conclusions even when the information behind the answer is weak. This does not mean AI is trying to deceive us. That is not the point. The danger is more subtle. AI can be wrong in a way that still feels ready to use. That is why confident AI answers are so easy to trust. They do not always look suspicious. They do not always sound uncertain. They do not always warn us that something may be missing. They can look complete. And when an answer looks complete, we often stop thinking too early. This is where we need to slow down. We need to separate two things: the style of the answer and the reliability of the answer. AI can be good at style. It can write clearly. It can organize ideas. It can sound smart. It can sound calm. It can sound confident. But reliability is different. Reliability requires evidence. Reliability requires context. Reliability requires checking. Reliability requires asking whether the claim can be confirmed outside the answer. So when AI gives a confident answer, the question should not be, does this sound right? The better question is, what would make this trustworthy? That question changes everything. It moves us away from passive trust. It moves us toward verification. We begin to ask, what facts are being claimed? Are there numbers? Are there dates? Are there sources? Are those sources real? Is this information current? Could this depend on the model, the context, or missing information? This is not about rejecting AI. It is about using AI with better judgment. Because in the AI era, the danger is not only wrong information. The danger is wrong information that sounds confident enough to make us stop checking. And that is why confidence should never be the end of our thinking. Confidence can begin a conversation, but it should not replace verification. Now, let's make this practical. When AI gives you an answer that sounds confident, do not only ask, is this answer good? Ask, what part of this answer needs checking? That one question can change the way you use AI. If the answer includes a statistic, check the statistic. If it includes a quote, check whether the quote exists. If it mentions a law, a policy, a price, a tool, a software version, or anything that could change over time, do not trust the tone. Check the source. If the answer gives a citation, do not assume the citation is real. A citation format is not proof. A source name is not proof. A confident sentence with a reference attached to it is still not verification. Verification means checking whether the source exists, whether it says what the AI claims, and whether it is still relevant. This matters even more when the topic has real consequences: health, law, money, safety, education, work, technology. In these areas, a confident mistake is still a mistake, and sometimes a confident mistake can cause real damage. So the level of verification should match the level of risk. Not every AI answer needs the same amount of checking. If you ask AI for a dinner idea, the risk is low. If you ask AI about a medical symptom, a legal issue, an investment decision, or a technical system that affects real users, the risk is much higher. The stronger the consequence, the stronger the verification should be. This is one of the basic principles of responsible AI use. But there is another part we need to admit. This is not only a problem with AI, it is also a problem with us. Humans are drawn to confidence. We like answers that sound complete. We like explanations that reduce uncertainty. We like clean structure. We like fast clarity. And sometimes we accept an answer because checking it would take more effort. That is why verification is not just a technical step, it is a habit. It is the habit of pausing before trust. It is the habit of asking, what would I need to confirm before I use this? What source would support this? What part might be outdated? What part might be uncertain? What would change my mind? These questions are small, but they matter because AI can create answers quickly, but we are still responsible for what we choose to believe. This is why Dechive keeps returning to one idea. AI creates answers, but answers do not automatically create trust. Trust requires checking. Trust requires context. Trust requires responsibility. And when an answer sounds confident, that is not a reason to skip verification. It is a reason to ask better questions. Confidence is not truth. Confidence is not evidence. Confidence is only a tone, and tone should never replace verification. This was episode 3 of Dechive Deep Dive Audio. Can you trust confident AI answers? In the next episode, we will talk about another problem: asking more questions. Because asking AI more questions does not always mean we are thinking more deeply. If this episode helped you think more carefully about AI, consider subscribing to Dechive for more audio essays on AI verification, learning, and human judgment. AI creates answers. Humans verify them. This is Dechive.